Hi, boys and girls. I hope you're enjoying our reptile takeover of our classroom. Well, right now we are going to find out all about reticulated pythons. Ooh, I sure hope they don't live in Virginia. It's the world's longest snake by Mesh Goldish. I think you should be getting comfortable about finding all our text features in our book. Let's see if we can find some text features in this nonfiction book. Reticulated pythons. The world's longest snake. Oh, here we are. Here's our table of contents. Oh no, I'm wondering if they live in Virginia. I'm not sure I'd want to live near one. What page would you look on to find where they might live? Let's see. If you find it, put your finger on your nose. All right, let's see. Did you think it might be found on page 6? Where it says homes, hot and wet. If you said page 6, tap yourself on the back, pat yourself. Good job. All right, let's find out. I sure hope they don't live in Virginia. So long. The reticulated python. Can you say that, boys and girls? Reticulated python. Not bad. The reticulated python is the longest snake in the world. An adult reticulated python can be as long as 2 cars. Look at those men carrying it. Adult male reticulated pythons can grow to be 33 feet long. They can weigh more than 400 pounds. Wow. Here we are, page 6. Let's find out where they live. Homes, hot and wet. There's our heading. Reticulated pythons live in the woods and rainforests of Southeast Asia. They are found in hot, wet places near rivers, lakes, and ponds. They can also be found crawling through trees and bushes. So, boys and girls, do we live in Asia? No, we don't. So we're pretty safe. Reticulated pythons are excellent swimmers and spend a lot of time in water. Here is a map, boys and girls, and it shows this is where we live in North America, and this is where Southeast Asia is. So we're okay. You don't need to worry about reticulated pythons. Colorful skin. The skin of a reticulated python is mostly gray or light brown. It also has small markings. Ooh, look, I'm not sure what markings means. Maybe I can look that up somewhere, right? It's in bold face. Small markings that can be dark brown, green, yellow, and gold. Black lines run along the edges of the markings. The different colors help the python blend in with its surroundings as it hunts for food. Oh, look, I have a label here. Markings. That's what they might be. There's our reticulated python. Reticulated means net-like and refers to the colorful patterns on the snake. Oh, a new heading, finding food. Reticulated pythons usually hunt for food at night. Sometimes they wait quietly in the trees for prey to come by. Look at that word, boys and girls. Do you know what that means? Can you share with your coach or your proctor or the adult in your room? Raise your hand. Good. Prey is what they eat, the food that they eat. When an animal is near, the python senses it by flicking its tongue in and out. The tongue catches any smells floating in the air. The python then decides if the smell comes from something good to eat. Pythons have pits, here's another label, that are located above their lips. These body parts sense heat given off by other animals. The pits help pythons find the exact location of nearby prey. Kind of neat here. Here's our picture, right, boys and girls? And this tells or explains what's in the picture, so this would be our caption. I like how it is a snake surrounding our caption there. And here's another label. It's tongue. Bite and squeeze. Ooh, how do they eat? After finding prey, the python sneaks up on it. Then the snake quickly bites the victim with its sharp, curved teeth. Next, the python wraps itself around the animal and squeezes hard until the victim can't breathe anymore and dies. Now the python is ready to eat. Unlike many other snakes, pythons don't have venom in their bodies to kill victims. Meaty meals. Reticulated pythons are meat-eating animals. They eat small creatures such as rodents or birds. A rodent would be like a rat or a mouse. They also eat larger animals such as pigs, deer, and sheep. These snakes can open their mouths very wide in order to swallow large creatures. Their bodies will stretch to make room for the meal. Here's another caption. A reticulated python swallows its prey whole, no matter how big the animal is. There's a picture of one swallowing a rodent. This I thought was pretty neat, boys and girls. Python eggs. There's another heading. Reticulated pythons hatch from eggs. The female lays between 25 and 100 eggs at a time. She wraps her body around the eggs to keep them warm. Then for the next 3 months, she watches the eggs day and night to keep them safe from enemies, such as other snakes. A python egg has a soft shell that feels like leather. The egg is a little larger than a chicken egg. Look at that. They look like marshmallows, don't they, boys and girls? But those are python eggs. Baby snakes. Once it's ready to hatch, a baby python uses the sharp tooth in its mouth to cut open its shell. Then it slides out. From birth, a baby python can care for itself. It already knows how to hunt without being taught. A baby reticulated python is about 2 to 3 feet long at birth. So there's the picture of one. There's a newborn reticulated python. Imagine that, so you can kind of judge how coiled up they must have been inside the egg. Remember, it's a little bit larger than a chicken egg. Growing up safe. Baby reticulated pythons are often hunted by other animals such as birds or pigs. Sometimes crocodiles eat young pythons that swim in rivers. Once a python grows to be about 10 feet long, however, few animals are willing to attack it. It is then free to grow longer and longer and longer. Wow. Adult reticulated pythons live to be about 20 to 25 years in the wild. Here are some more long snakes. You may know some of these, the green anaconda, the African rock python, and the Burmese python. And they show, this is a little graphic here that shows you how long they are. And you can see the reticulated python is the longest. There's our glossary. Do you remember the word I wasn't sure about? Markings. Here it is, and shows you how to pronounce it and what it is. Markings are shapes or designs that appear on the animal's skin. And remember that person who knew prey? Animals that are hunted and eaten by other animals. They're food. And at the very back, we have our index. So if we just wanted to find out some information on their eggs, we would look on those pages. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed finding out all about reticulated pythons.